Indeed, God is still speaking in these last days through His Son, the global prophet, and those who have ears of the Spirit will not take His words for granted. Just like the prophets of the old, Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King's prophecies make him stand out as a true prophet of God sent to this generation to alert and arm God's people against Satan's devices. Glory be to Jesus. On the 5th of December 2024, the word of the Lord came to His manservant, and he prophesied that in 2024, too many witchcraft attacks entered into America to attack the people of America. And he alerted the Church of Jesus Christ in America to rise and pray against it. Surprisingly, he further declared boldly that for the world to believe that God has sent him with this message, there will be fire outbreak in America in December, and true to his words, a few days later, there have been serious fire outbreaks starting in December 2024, coming into January 2025.
Now, concerning the nation of America, the year 2024 has been a year of witchcraft, the practice of witchcraft in America. Gone are the days where we believe that America is a land of revival, and people will buy plane ticket and fly all the way from the continent of Africa and go to a seminar, go for a seminar in America and go for prayers in America and all that. The Spirit of God said the year 2024, too many witchcraft entered into America, and they are still in America in the year 2024. In the year 2024. They did not only enter, they surrounded the nation. They surrounded you. And if the coming year of 2025 will be better, then the Spirit of God said revival will have to take place in the church and outside the church in America. Witchcraft is everywhere in America. As I speak, including some of the churches, witchcraft is being practiced in some of the churches in America. The Spirit of God said one of the signs to know that the Spirit of God is speaking through His manservant is that in this month of December, I saw fire outbreaks. Fire outbreaks in America. Fire outbreaks in America in this month of December that took lives, human lives, and destroyed many properties. And if in the year 2025, you will see the hand of the Lord, you will see prosperity, as it were, and as it will be. And in the month of December also, America should pray against accidents, as in South Africa. America should pray against accidents, not only fire outbreaks, but accidents as well.
You know, given the intensity of the fire and the proximity of all the homes, it's really a miracle that only one or two other properties burned down. Really unfortunate that any burned down, but could have been a lot worse.
Well, it burned right on top of this little last ridge here before it came down the canyon.
This morning, a massive and deadly wildfire emergency.
It's gone. That's all we got.
For a second straight night, wind-driven fires engulfing homes. And overnight, a new blaze popping up in the Hollywood Hills and Studio City.
This home now collapsing.
Cars gridlocked, with the famous Hollywood Boulevard evacuated. Along the coast, the Palisades fire exploding to more than 15,000 acres. California's iconic Pacific Coast Highway, now a trail of burnt wreckage.
It's devastating. It is apocalyptic. You feel like you're on a movie set. This does not feel real.
It doesn't even look like a house anymore.
At the Eaton fire burning in Altadena, at least 5 people have died. As the fires began, smoke transforming a sunny day into eerie darkness. Last night, the destruction was plain everywhere. Days after this fire began, the flames continued to spread. This is all that's left of this school. The community mourning what's been lost, including famous residents like Billy Crystal, who wrote of his lost home, "Every inch of our house was filled with love." Paris Hilton watching hers burn on TV. And Mandy Moore writing, "I'm in shock."
I have never flown in conditions quite like this.
A time lapse showing the Palisades fire's rapid and terrifying growth. Overwhelmed fire crews working around the clock.
Here we go.
NBC Los Angeles learning that the LA fire chief warned in a memo last month that budget cuts would affect its response to emergencies. Mayor Karen Bass pressed after arriving back in the city from a trip to Ghana.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Bass later saying budget cuts didn't affect the response. During the peak of the firestorm, city officials say hydrants unable to keep up with the extreme demand.
What is going on with the water situation?
We have had some issues with water. If you stick enough straws into a glass of water, it's going to empty faster.
NBC's Morgan Chesky witnessing it firsthand on the Eaton fire.
Out of every fire hydrant you've seen, what have you found?
Right now, we're finding most of them are down or low pressure.
Dramatic before and after satellite images show the scope of the destruction, while a firestorm of unprecedented ferocity continues to rage.
Now, firefighters are doing the best they can, but there are still areas here that are smoldering. The situation yesterday and on Tuesday, we had 80 to 100 mile per hour gusts. Those are hurricane force winds. It would take smoldering embers like this and launch them, say, 3 to 5 miles away, introducing fire to neighborhoods that had no business being part of this blaze. So that's kind of the setup that we had. And right now, the winds have eased a bit, but later on this evening, typical Santa Ana winds, 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts are still in the forecast, and it just makes it nearly impossible for these firefighters to control it. Hoda.
All right, Dylan Dreyer. Dylan, thank you so much.
It's shocking video showing the absolute devastation in the Pacific Palisades. The footage reveals mile after mile of scorched earth where beautiful homes once existed.
The devastation is complete and just jaw-dropping.
Officials now say thousands of structures have burned to the ground. Today, the Pacific Palisades is still on fire. The frustration, of course, is for firefighters. It's like a giant game of whack-a-mole. You never know where the fire is going to hopscotch. Hours ago, this house was fine, but it caught fire this morning. The entire house was decimated by flames. Dramatic footage shows a cliffside home engulfed in towering flames. It's a total loss. But less severe wind conditions did allow firefighters to finally gain the upper hand, launching water drops from helicopters to save the heart of Hollywood. Fury is growing today over the lack of water supply that has hindered firefighters as they battle fires around Los Angeles.
Our neighbor's house is going up. We're going up. There's no water.
This homeowner is irate as he records his house going up in flames while his 84-year-old father and his daughter try to douse the fire with a garden hose. Suddenly, he says, the water stops.
There's no water. I can't save my house.
He tried his best, but the water literally stopped. Not one fire trap.
Today, I found actor Steve Guttenberg with a shovel, putting out hot spots on his neighbor's property. When I grabbed a hose to help, I discovered no water.
Well, there's no water. Steve, there's no water.
Was the water turned off recently, or is it just no pressure?
There's no water at all up here.
At a press conference, LA's Mayor Karen Bass was hit with a barrage of questions about reports of fire hydrants running out of water.
The water problems are a little better now because the winds are such that we can go up and have the air support. And you know that that was the reason that the devastation was so bad, the unprecedented wind.
Still speaking through his servant, Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King. To book for one-on-one private prophetic ministration, kindly visit our website www.firenationarenaministries.com or visit www.elijahkofiking.org. Fire Nation. Fire, fire, fire. Apostle Elijah Kofi King and Fire Nation Arena Ministries sends prayer of protection for the lives of those battling the flames and the lives of those who couldn't evacuate and those who lost their loved ones and properties. Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King is worth hearing.